I will post this playbook in the chat so that you have it along with the URL. When you go to the URL, you're going to put in your username, which is your first initial and your last name, lowercase, typically. The initial password will be welcome1 with a capital W. It's very important that before you hit the button to sign in, you pay attention and hit the mobile button. All right, so you're going to hit the mobile button and you're going to hit sign in. You're going to, on the initial login, you're going to be asked to acknowledge the MFA, the multi-factor authentication. So once you get that done, you'll put in your cell phone number, verify your email address, and verify. If you ever get this again and you want to skip it, you'll just hit the home button. Here will be your routed jobs. So every tech should see down here at the bottom, it'll have your profile, the module that you're a part of, and it should be FTR CASWC. Then you will see MDU Berry entry at the top. When you click on this button, it will take you to your routed jobs for the day. Now, on that sheet that Elizabeth posted earlier on the screen, we will post every day your tickets, as she said. At the beginning of the day, when the tickets are posted, you'll need to assign a technician to them in the sheet. So here we have an example. Here's the ticket. The tech name goes right here. So, Ilya, you're the one that's going to be doing this, it sounds like. So what you'll do is you'll put in the name of the tech. Please make sure that you put the tech's first name and last name in here, okay? You'll put in the tech's first name and last name. Let us know when you've done it in the chat. You can tag me, you can tag Jasmine, Lawrence, or Liz, and just say routing completed, so that we can go in and assign the tickets to your team. And then each of your techs, when they look at their mobile device, will see their routed jobs. So far, is everybody following?
I do. Все понимают?
Yeah, yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So your tech will see the routed job. They will click on the job. It is required that when they get to the job, they click on Set on Site, so that we know where they are, or so that we know that the ticket is being worked. On the screen, they will have access to the status of the ticket, which is dispatch, the drop type. It should always be aerial, depending on the area that you're in. It should be aerial. The terminal name is here, the terminal address, and then let me see. It's not included in here, but in the sheet, what we will include is if the call type on the ticket, be that TTC, which is a trouble ticket, WR, which is a work request, or SOC, which is a service order. That's important, especially when you go out. If you go out and you see that the drop is already completed, go back and check the call type and make sure that it's not a TTC that requires a dropped replacement. But all of the information that you need will either be in the sheet or will be on your mobile device. Under the notes section, info, all of that information will be in there. Okay, so closing out a job. You're done with the job, you've installed the drop, you go to close out the job. You will click on the button that says Berry Codes. And on the mobile device, you'll see this. It's listed in line with these overview and Set on Site. You'll see Berry Codes. When you click on Berry Codes, you will have your job code billing screen. You will fill out the span count. So F006 is the span count. This will be the number of spans that you installed. Okay, so that's per span. That's not overall, it's per span. Trip charge, you will likely never fill that out. We take care of the trip charge, putting the trip charge on the ticket, so don't worry about that. This is for place underground, drop in conduit or subduct. That's whenever you fish a line through an existing conduit. Chris can talk to you more about that. Daily per diem, Chris can talk to you about that. What isn't included in here is a new button called Zero Charge. That is for a ticket that you have gone out on. You've knocked on the door, you've left a door tag, and there was no answer. Because there is no trip charge for that. You will use zero code or zero charge. That just means that and that's what you will use to close out that ticket. Okay? If you have any questions about that at all, let us know.
So about the trip charge, for example, when we left door tag, and why do we use zero code again?
Because the trip charge does not get put onto the ticket until the third attempt. You knock on the door, you leave a door tag. 24 hours later, you must call the customer, leave a voice message. Another 24 hours later, you must call the customer and leave a voice message. After that third attempt, let us know, and we will trip charge it for you. But it's very important that you keep up with that. Door tag, 24 hours voicemail, 24 hours voicemail.
Yeah. Okay. We saw instructions. We just do trip charge on the third day. That's how it should be. Okay.
Yeah.
And it has to have a physical. On the first day, it has to be a physical, and if it's not on the first day, within those 3 days, a physical has to be on the ticket.
All right.
So, one of the most important parts that you are going to be responsible for out in the field is making sure that we have appropriate notes. Appropriate notes you can include things like the date that the drop was completed. Now, this is all done in real time. So we theoretically, we already know when the drop was completed. But if you want to add something like the date that the drop was completed, feel free. What's most important is that we have the span count, the length, and any pertinent details. Down here at the bottom, you see where it says notes? At the very bottom of the screen, we need to know the span count and the length, and any other details that you think that we should have, right? I mean, we've seen things like beehives on the pole or pole was broken, whatever. Ilya, you have a question?
No, I don't have any.
Okay. So yeah, just please make sure that we have the span count and the length. That's very, very important, okay? Include any images that you have in Penguin. There's an option in Penguin for images. It's under the Berry codes. You'll click on images, and then there's an option to upload files. This is helpful for you to help include any roadblocks, challenges, job completions, things that you think that we should be aware of. Or if you come across a job that you cannot complete because there is a roadblock or a challenge, please upload that image to us and let us know. So going back to closing out a job, so once you put in your notes, this is the second part of that same screen. You have your drop length. Please fill in your estimated drop length. You do not have to fill in the miscommitment reason or the miscommitment notes. We will take care of that. Just make sure that we have that estimated drop length and then hit submit. You don't have to fill in restoration or restoration date. So just the quantity, the notes, the drop length, and hit submit. That is when you are completing a ticket. For no access, you go out, you knock on the door, or you call and there's no answer. What you can do on the ticket is you're going to use the not done button. You'll go ahead and make sure that the tech is listed. Whenever we route the ticket to you, your name should automatically show up here. But if it doesn't, go ahead and go ahead and choose your name. The not done code is no access to complete the drop. The closed job button should no longer be active, but if it is, do not check that box. And then add your notes. Why were you not able to complete this job? Was there a car in the way of the pole? Is there garbage around the pole? Is there any number of reasons to why you could not complete that? You could not access the job. The important thing is that we should be able to look at the ticket, read these notes, look at any image that you've included, and know right away why you were not able to clear that. Okay? And this saves us both time. It saves you time because you don't have to respond to us asking questions as to why it wasn't completed. And it saves us time because we don't have to ask you. All right? So this is no access, not done. And then I've already gone over the images. Again, you can use this for your roadblocks, challenges. You can even upload your door tag picture. When you take a picture of a door tag, you can add it into images and have that handy. And that is Penguin training. Does anybody have any questions at all about Penguin?
Not right now.
All right, I'm going to take that to mean that you all are experts now, and I will send this to you right away.
Hey, Chris, did you get an opportunity to go through the job forms and what the requirements are, or the pictures, how they need to take them, that it can be picture of picture, how they do picture has an AI, where they're using that? Have you gone through all that?
So I haven't gone through the AI stuff and the picture of pictures, but we can go through it now if you like. If you guys need to drop off, you can drop off, but we can do I can do the